Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Fortnite Cube. As you can see below me there, that is where the cube is now. The cube was previously over there, over here. Really what I wanted to talk about is my own theory for it, and I believe that it is just like the rocket launch or the meteor from season 3 and 4, but in all honesty, these are really cool, and these would be like a cool add to the game. And if these are permanent, that is also really cool. But the biggest mystery of these low gravity dome areas are these symbols here. Now, I've been thinking they're either ways of communication, or this is an arrow, as it looks like an arrow pointing this way. I have walked over here before and I hadn't seen anything, so then I said, okay, well maybe there's something else to this. I think that it's either spelling a word, or it's just, I don't know. That's really my main theory. It's spelling something. But then I was also thinking Tilted Towers has been safe for a long time, starting from the meteor. Everyone thought the meteor was going to crash and hit Tilted Towers. It didn't. Instead, hit Dusty Depot, which created Dusty Divot, as you can see here. Well, now, after playing and analyzing the map, I believe that Tilted Towers will be destroyed in some way or another, or will be a new area, or a new point of interest, but still similar to Tilted Towers. Whether it be an expansion to Tilted itself, or an entirely new area to play at, just like they did with Dusty Depot, where it was destroyed and became an entirely new point of interest area that slowly became overgrown and is now abandoned by whatever whatever business or military source personnel were there. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is the cube itself. I believe that the cube is a life form, and it does have to do with the visitor, which was the 7-week challenge skin that you got in season 4. And this cube may have something to do with the upcoming game mode and event High Stakes. Now, I'm not gonna say that it's confirming saying that this is going to, because one, I have no idea, and two, I do have my doubts, because this skin I'm using now, the Ace, is a part of that, will be a part of this new event, and I just think it's gonna be something about like casino heists. So let's go ahead and get a look at the cube. So we can look in the cube. It looks kind of cloudy, kind of reminds you of the storm a little bit, but you start looking closer and you see symbols there. Now these symbols are the same ones that it's leaving burned into the ground, just in those low anti-gravity domes that you've seen over there, and in Fatal, and a little off in Fatal about here. So this is where they are. Here and here. Two completely separate areas. A decent amount of distance between them. I believe that wherever this cube moves to next is either going to move to Tilted, it's going to move this way, and go to it on this ravine here towards Loot Lake, or it's gonna go this way and maybe destroy the soccer field, which I personally wouldn't be disappointed over, because the soccer field has been in the game for quite some time, and I think it's a little time for something new there. So we have soccer field here, tilted towers here, but over here, nothing. No, really nothing over here. It's just kind of plain. There's nothing really here, and that's another thing I'm thinking. This is such a barren area right here. In this area here, it is just land. There's mountains here, got just pure land here with maybe with a building here. I think either Tilted will be destroyed, or maybe this area right here will be turned into something. Just like with Salty Springs, how all the heads were looking at Salty Springs. I don't really think that's a big deal, just because it was already used for a battle pass. So I don't think it is relatively important. But seeing from where the cube is facing now, it is looking that way. So I could be wrong. Just like over there, I was expecting it to move this way towards the Viking village, and it's now over here. So I'm not going to really go based off of where the cube is facing, because it could go in any direction. But just based on how it's like open here, it may be going this way and just might pass Tilted. So let's go and look at the gravity domes. What did they have in common? Well, for one, they're both, the sun's going down, the moon's going down like really fast. For one, they both are in flat land. They're both flat and not really in the way of point of interest or anything important necessarily. They are near points of interest, but they are not necessarily points of interest, because they are not, there are no cities, there are no buildings necessarily. They're just land. It's just all land. I'm gonna go over here to this one just because it is easier to do. So if you can see these lines all going up into the air and then coming back down to this area here. It looks like it's taking the energy from the earth to make this glow. And it even makes a sound if you can hear that. It's it's extremely strange, and there's just really no explanation for it now. All we can do is wait until whatever happens. Hopefully Tilted, I personally would like to see Tilted Towers changed. It's been safe from a lot of things. How the missile launch was supposed to damage it, and oh geez, I didn't think that'd kill me. Was supposed to damage Tilted. It was safe. The rift in the sky is gone. That's been gone for a while. Really, just it's been safe from a lot of chaos. Minus the construction building where it was damaged by the meteor. Other than that, it's been pretty safe from a lot of mass destruction, and it's just kind of old. It's just there. It's been there, and we've had it for almost a year now. They're really getting rid of a lot of the original places. Like right now, the only original places we have left are Greasy, Salty, Fatal, Flush, Wailing, Lonely, and Pleasant Park are the only original places we have left. Retail Row, yeah, I forgot about that one. Because we don't have Tomato anymore. It's now Tomato Temple instead of Tomato Town. Dusty Depot is gone. However, it might be rebuilt. We don't know. There are trucks outside there. Snobby Shores is not. If anything, you guys just go in the comments and tell, out of all these named locations, which one would you like to see go? Personally, I'd like to see Snobby Shores, Haunted Hills, not necessarily Haunted Hills, but either Snobby Shores, Tilted Towers, Shifty Shafts go, just because Shifty Shafts is actually, I really like Shifty Shafts. It has some good loot, but it is, I don't really care for the scenery of it. I just don't really like it a whole lot. But, of course, Dusty Divot, Dusty Depot will be always be remembered. I don't think that they are going to rebuild Dusty Depot. I personally think that it's just gonna be maybe redone into a new area to kind of play. Good, just something new. It's been here. This is also one of the original locations in the game, and now that it's, you know, was decimated by the meteor, I just don't really see it having a strong future of being Dusty Depot. I could see it becoming something new. Giving a new named location here would be nice. I think these trucks here are gonna come around here, hopefully. I would definitely really like to see a new location here, just because this has been such a it's been here for a long time, and it's even though it was destroyed, it's still here. And I think it's just time to let that go. It's definitely time to let go of Dusty Depot and Dusty Divot, which Dusty Divot isn't even really a relatively cool place to go to, in my opinion, just because of how like foresty it is. It's kind of like a Wailing Woods-esque place, with not only that, and making it hard to kill people because they could be hiding behind trees. The people could be up at the top on these like ridges trying to shoot down at you. It just would be it just be not. I just don't really care for Dusty Divot anymore. I mean, of course I did when it first came out. Actually, I really didn't even really care for it when it first came out. I thought it was just like another place to land. I didn't really think it was anything special. But now I had grown to really like it, and it was a really cool place to land. But of course they changed it. Lazy Links is also a pretty cool place. But if anything, I could really see Loot Lake being disappearing or going away because of the cube. Of course, in the earlier in this season, there was a glitch at Loot Lake that showed like a pyramid in the ground. A lot of people claimed it was a texture error. I've even said it's probably a texture error, but ever since the cube came out, I don't really know. I mean, it could be texture. It isn't there now, and I haven't seen it for quite some time, so I do believe it was a error. And lastly, to sum up this video, the last thing I wanted to talk about is the statue at Junction. Okay, so the statue at Junction is a pretty odd thing, I could say at the least. The reason I say odd is because it's not like the other statues. All the other statues are just kind of there. They're not, nothing's really on them. They're all just kind of on mountains, or just kind of away from really anything important. And they're not overgrown. They're not really anything. They're just statues you see. Well, that case is changed with the statue here, because it is overgrown and it is extremely open. So as you can see, there's flora, and you don't really see this kind of flora in the game necessarily. It's more like jungly, maybe something you'd see in Moisty Mire, maybe in Paradise Palms. So I have reason to believe that this area right here, it will be either one of two things: either a jungle area, a new maybe something that's similar to Moisty Mire. Okay, and now if that is the case, that is really cool. You know, that's a brand new area to play in, and this part of the map is extremely barren, as you can see here. It's just completely open. There's just so much you could add here, and there's nothing. And so that's why I'd like to think that, yeah, there will be something new. I hope something cool there, hopefully. If they don't add something cool there, I will be pretty disappointed, because I mean, this is really a missed opportunity. But it definitely, with this being the only statue like this, I want to say that this is really going to be important, and the cube may have something to do with that, coming like all the way over here and then like opening some sort of rift that brings in the jungle, and then the cube is like being worshipped kind of like in Tomato Temple. That would be really it'd be odd, it'd be crazy, but it'd be new, and I think Fortnite could use a new location. Even though they just came out with Tomato Temple, it's still like, I'd rather see something that new, as in Tilted Towers, because Tilted Towers is still the big thing for me. I want Tilted Towers gone. It needs to be replaced with something different, and I always thought maybe even making Tilted Towers bigger, as in expanding Tilted from here all the way to here past, or just like to here, making the soccer field part of Tilted Towers. And I thought that would be cool. I don't think they're gonna do that because of the cube, so the cube may destroy Tilted. And I swear, if it doesn't, it's just, Tilted Towers is a god of some sort, because how have you survive that many threats to the city and still be standing? It's insane. It's ridiculous. You got the rocket, you got the meteor, yet it still stands with minor damages, and not even minor anymore. It's being rebuilt. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, guys. If you really did enjoy this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the bell logo Next is subscribe to get updates on when I upload new videos. If you have your own theories on the cube, don't be afraid to put them in the comments below. I've covered a lot of different things that I think are gonna happen in the with the cube. Hopefully one of them is right, which is why I have so many. But yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. Have a great day.